welcome back to Tarot with Brianna. If you are new here and this is the first video you're seeing, you're going to want to go and start at the beginning of the series because each video stacks upon itself. But if you're returning, then welcome back. Let's get into what that Nine of Swords in reverse really meant. Okay, so as I said in the last video, we know swords have to do with words and thoughts and the air signs, Libra, Aquarius, Gemini. Okay? And we know the intention we set. Well, I set the intention, and with you in your deck, you should have set the intention of what do I need to know today. Okay? Now, whenever I'm looking at this, now I have a basic knowledge of what this reading is going to be about, right? I know it's going to be about either what I've been thinking, what I've been saying, okay? Or a zodiac sign. Now, I know I'm not an air zodiac sign, so perhaps this is someone that I'm thinking about who is associated with one of those zodiac signs, right? So now I'm thinking, okay, this might have a message to do with my thoughts or my words involving a Libra, Aquarius, or a Gemini. Now, who do I know in my life who are those zodiac signs, okay? That is as far as my brain takes it. So you do the same, okay? What card did you pull out? Is it one of the suits, right? Remember when I talked about what each suit means, what zodiac signs are associated with each suit, right? Now, when you get that basic foundation of what this reading is going to be about, then you let your psychic senses take away the rest, okay? So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to look at the card and I'm going to focus on the energy I'm feeling from the card. And it might help if you literally ask the card, what are you telling me? What do I need to know? And then get into your body, get back into the power, and feel what your body's telling you. Now, when I look at this, I just did that, right? And when I did that, what stood out to me was all the darkness in the card. But you know what? It's in the reverse. So the darkness is down here, and then up here, it kind of looks like blue. Now, we know it's sand, but we're psychically tuning in now. We're not looking at the literal imaging. We're psychically pulling information from the card. So when I'm psychically doing that, I'm saying darkness is down here, and it looks like a blue cloud is up here. We know blue is also a very spiritual color. Blue is the color of the throat chakra, but it's also the color of your third eye. It's like a deep indigo blue. So this is making me feel like, okay, the swords, it almost feels like my human brain thinks a certain way about a situation, but really there's an inner guidance. There's a higher knowledge that's trying to feed me the bigger reason behind it all. Okay, so do you see how I did that? Do you see how I used the basic knowledge of the card, but then I pulled psychic information to make this message? Okay, so if I pulled this today for myself, notice that she's in white. That's sticking out to me too. She's in white. So everything that's affecting her, which would be me, right? Everything that's affecting her is stuff that's coming from the outside. She has the power. If she just goes within, there's pure whiteness around her. All these thoughts, that's what's causing the darkness. Okay? But the most important part, this card's in the reverse, so it doesn't always mean the literal definition. So if this were upright, we would read this as if a woman was crying because of the way she's been thinking, right? But it's in the reverse. And whenever a card comes out in the reverse, it means the opposite. So perhaps this means that I'm no longer having bad thoughts. Perhaps this means that I have found that I am in the whiteness. I am the white energy, and that everything that's happening around me is not dependent upon if I can feel happy or not, because that's within myself. So you see how I did that? You see how I strung that message together? Okay, I'm going to pull another one. You guys, like I said, I would start just one card a day, but I'm going to go, I just feel like we all need to hear something right now. I think we all need to hear something right now. So I'm going to pull some tarot cards to give you a message. So with this, I'm going to reset the deck. So I'm going to collect all my cards and I'm going to knock on the deck, right? So I'm going to give one shuffle to kind of clear the energy. And then I'm going to knock on the deck so that there's new energy. We've cleaned the deck. Okay. Now this deck is reset. And maybe even reset your own energy. After you do a reading for someone else, before you move on to your next reading, you have to clear that energy out of your body. Now, how I like to do that is just picture a white light coming from above, and it's going to splash in right at your crown chakra. And it's going to wash through your third eye chakra. It's going to wash through your throat chakra, wash through your heart, your solar plexus, your sacral, and at the very bottom of your root chakra, it's going to flush all the way down into the earth. Okay? And then that's it. Now you've reset. You're ready to give the next reading. Now again, we're ready. We've cleaned our energy. We've cleaned our deck. We've cleaned our own energy. Now we have to reset our intention. So now what are we going to read? Well, I'm going to give you guys a message because I think your spirit guides, I've been saying this, they want to tell you something because they know that you're trying to communicate. They know that you're wanting to learn this. So I think that they have a message for you. So I'm going to get some cards to fall out with that intention of your spirit guides telling me what you all need to hear right now. And then we're going to go ahead and go. We're just going to, like I said, do it however you feel comfortable. But I feel comfortable with the cards. I like them just falling out. So that's always just worked for me. Okay, so we have 1, 2. That's enough. Okay, so what came out first was the Magician. Okay, we've already talked about what the Magician represents, right? We know you're creating something, you're manifesting something, okay? And then we have with it, we have the 3 of Pentacles. We know Pentacles are about the material world. It's also earth energy. Okay, so with knowing that basic knowledge, we're going to build and we're going to ask the cards, okay, tell me, what does this person need to know? What do they need to know? I feel, okay, and I'm getting it instantly, psychically. It was a mixture of clairvoyance and claircognizance. So I kind of saw it and felt knowing of what this means. And to me, I feel like things have always, and there might have been things in your past that haven't worked out in your favor. But this is something that's going to stick. This is something that you've been meaning to do. And I feel like this next phase of your life is going to be so, so important because you're going to be learning so much about yourself. You're going to master the art of yourself. And that is a gift in itself because when you know yourself better than anyone else, then no one else can tell you who you are. No one else can make you feel bad because you know who you are. You've studied yourself so much. You have this intimate connection with yourself. So if someone comes up and says you're stupid, you can be like, I know I'm not. That's not going to affect me. It's going to feel as if someone were to come up and be like, you're a giraffe. I could be like, well, I know I'm not a giraffe. I'm a girl. I'm a human girl. Right? That's what I'm talking about. You're about to become so, so familiar with yourself that nobody is going to be able to knock you off your mountaintop anymore. You're going to be so strong and so sure of who you are. Okay? That was a powerful message. So I pulled that from these 2 cards, knowing the basic knowledge and then psychically letting the information come in. Okay? So that is that. There is so much more I could get into. But at this point, I want you guys to let me know what you want to know. What do you want to hear? What questions do you have that I haven't covered so far or yet? And let me know. If you like this deck, this is my Sun and Soul Tarot deck. It's in my TikTok shop. This is the first deck I ever made. And it has to do with the beach. This is the sun. And it's like having a spiritual awakening because I told you guys the sun was my favorite card. This is my second tarot deck I made, and this one has to do with the angels on the beach. So again, we have that beachy vibe. The back of the card, it's hard to see, but the card's white, and there's like a little palm tree. Okay, so if those 2 decks call to you, go check them out. And I have many more oracle decks in my TikTok shop. I have the angel decks. I have spirit guide decks. They're all in my TikTok shop. So go check those out and see if you're drawn to any of them if you have not got your deck yet. Okay? And we'll talk more in the next video after you guys leave comments letting me know what else you want to hear about tarot, about being psychic. Let me know because I want to help you. Okay? I'll see you guys.